guys, welcome back to Twister Sister Studios. I'm Holly the Twister Sister, and today I've got a brand new tutorial just for you. I thought that'd be fun. A little inception thing. I love my glasses, you guys. I love them so much. Highly recommend. 5 stars. All right. Welcome back, everybody, to the channel. I was at a Capital Convention this past weekend, and it was a blast. I mean, so fun. Very tiring, very hard work, but so good, so worth it. It was amazing getting to meet so many of you guys in person. So many of you showed up to my class. There's one class that was standing room only. I mean, I was floored, flattered, completely shocked. Thank you guys to everyone who showed up and supported me, came to my vendor booth, said hello, got something. I got to meet so many people in just a couple of days. It was amazing. I am almost fully recovered. I've been getting really good sleep the past few nights, so that is paying off. Today, I'm going to show you guys some cute headbands that I previewed in my last video and kind of asked the audience if they looked like something you would be interested in having a tutorial for, and some of you said yes. So here I am to deliver on your tutorial request. And by the way, if you want to look this cute at your event or your parties or whatever you're doing, you can buy this exact dress on my website. I designed it. It is ready for you to purchase if you want to step up your wardrobe for your events and parties. Okay, so the very first thing I'm going to show you is how to cover the headband. This is something that I came up with a couple years ago that I showed my Twister Hood members for a Christmas design, and nobody has seen it outside of the Twister Hood. So get ready, it is time for me to bring it out of the locked vault. But if you're a Twister Hood member, you've already known about this for a couple years, so woo! You get the inside scoop. All right, we're gonna start off with 260s. For these designs, I'm gonna be showing you 2 of them, very similar, slight modifications. So you're gonna need a couple of 160s, a handful of 260s, and I've got some hearts, and I'm just kind of picking Valentine's colors because this is a fun one for Valentine's Day, but if you change the colors, it's a great one to have on your menu all year long. So you want to start off with 2 of your 260s. I'm going to do 2 different colors so we can have alternating colors going across the headband. And you only want to blow this up about 4 pumps, about halfway, or about a 5 to 6 inch tail. Make sure you leave yourself a long nozzle tail on the end here. Try that, and do the same thing for the other 260 that you've chosen. Chosen one. All right, nice long nozzle end here, and we're going to start off by tying both of these right together in a nice double knot. Okay, now you're gonna need one of these headband blanks. I will try to find a current link on Amazon and see if these are available right now. I have stock that will probably last me the rest of my life, but I'll go on Amazon and see if I can find these to link you guys. If I do, it'll be in the description. But what you want is 1-inch headbands. Doesn't matter what color they are, but I do try to find the ones that do not have any teeth on the inside here. They're just smooth. That's my preference. All right, we're gonna start off by tying our 260s right onto the side of our headband, so about like around your ear area. So you're just gonna take your 2 long nozzle tails and go from the outside to the inside of your headband and tie a nice tight double knot and leave these hanging out here. You might need them. We won't know until we're done with our design, right? I mean, I kind of know, but for other things, if you're creating and branching off from this design, just leave some tails because you might need them later. All right, so we're gonna be going across our headband now with some little double bubbles. So you're gonna take both balloons together, squeeze and twist, and you wanna wrap them around a good few times until you get to the point where the colors are switching. So you're kind of making a checkered pattern. Okay, so the next set, small little double bubbles, twist them around 2-3 times. And what we're going to be doing is going across our headband all the way. Usually it takes me about 7 double bubble pairs. So just keep going, alternating those colors as you're twisting. And if it gets messed up in this part, because it's kind of a lot to hold on to, don't be too hard on yourself. It does take a couple times of practicing to really figure out what each one of your hands should be doing to give yourself the most control in this whole situation. But let's count. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm gonna do one more. And so that should get us all the way across the outside of our headband to the other side. Now what I'm gonna do that I've found works best here is I'm gonna really pinch with my thumb those 2 balloons at that last twist I made, pinching them onto the headband so I can hold everything with this one hand, and with my other hand I can find my hidden pair of scissors. I found them. Okay, so go ahead and come out to somewhere close to the end of your balloon and just let the air out, and then carefully you want to take both of these tails. If it helps you, maybe it might help y'all, make these a little bit shorter so they don't get in the way. And you're just going to take those around from the outside to the inside part of your headband. No shame if you need to use your tummy here as a third hand. Do a little double knot. And now you might need to pull one side of these down so that you can get these laying nice and flat and sort of even on both sides. So they both end right at about the same point on your headband on both sides. Isn't that so cute? It looks like it was really complicated to have different colors for every other bubble, right? But we just did the little checkered pattern. And then this is just a cute little headband design by itself, right? Little 2 balloon adorableness. But the great thing about this design is all of these little areas on your headband are fun attachment points that you can add pieces of things to and stuff to be coming out in between the bubbles, in the middle of the bubbles. There's so many different ways to attach stuff here. So the designs I'm going to show you today are going to be like butterfly, fairy type of heart wings. So let's go ahead and blow up some hearts. I need to remember to take the video with the glasses. So I've got 2 pairs of pink and purple hearts here, just because that's what I have. I need to get some red hearts or fuchsia, because that would be really pretty with this design. But I'm gonna do my pink hearts bigger. So I'm gonna fully inflate 2 of my pink hearts. And when you tie these, you wanna try to give yourself as long of a tail as possible. And we're gonna tie that off. And then with my purple hearts, I want these to be a little bit smaller. So I'm really gonna get the nozzle of my pump up high into that balloon when I inflate it, and then tie it off nice and close to the inflated part of the balloon. So again, you're gonna have a nice long nozzle here to work with, and your heart, the lobes of the heart are fully inflated there, but you have a smaller heart for one little wing. So now we are going to attach our hearts to our headband, and one way that I've found that I like to do this is I'm going to take my bigger heart and put it on the second little twist here in between my double bubbles. I'm going to take my long tail, it's going to come down all the way around the headband. I'm going to come back up where my balloon is, and I'm going to hook that tail around the balloon and then kind of stuff it in between 2 of our double bubbles right next door. So that's going to do 2 things. It's going to hook your heart onto the headband, and it's also going to help secure your bubbles to the headband as well, because if they're only attached here and here at the ends, they do kind of want to tend to slide off of the headband. So every time we do a little attachment like this, it is helping to keep everything centered right on top of that headband. And then the second smaller heart is going to come down here in the first little twist between our bubbles. So again, I'm going to take the tail of that balloon. It's going to come all the way through the headband. I'm going to hook it around that heart and then just tuck it in some pairs right beside it. And then you want to turn your hearts so they're both facing forward like this. And that's going to be one little side of your adorable little headband. So we're just going to do the same thing to the other side. All right, so there we have our fun heart headband. But I thought, if it's gonna be a butterfly, it doesn't really quite say butterfly without antenna, right? So we're gonna attach some antenna right at the top in the middle. So I'm gonna use fuchsia for my antenna, and just inflate your balloon enough for 2 bubbles in here. So 2 bubbles worth of air. Tie your balloon off like normally. You do want to get rid of as much of this nozzle tail as you can, so it's not weighing it down. We're going to twist our bubble in half to make our 2 antenna bubbles. Get one bubble up in your palm like this. The rest of this tail, we're going to zigzag in our hands like this. Then squeeze that bubble in your palm to shoot the air down to the end. You might need to massage it the rest of the way. And then what I'm gonna do is kind of twist this in the middle here, and I'm gonna take a scrap from something else that I've done, and I'm gonna actually tie my scrap around the center of this. You can do a double knot, single knot is probably just fine. So you've got your two antennas and some nice little handy tails right here in the center that we can use to attach onto our headband. So for this headband, the very middle is a pair of bubbles. So we're gonna go between, right through the center of these two bubbles, all the way down through the bottom and tie onto our headband. So I'm gonna get both tails and just kind of work them down between those two bubbles. And you just wanna make sure that knot gets pulled down far enough to be inside those bubbles. That way your antennas will stick straight up like this. Once you've got both tails through, you're going to take one on either side of your headband and just tie it right on the bottom side of your headband. Definitely want to do a double knot for this one. And now your design is complete. But you do, before you hand this off to anybody, you want to clean up any tails that are sticking out on the inside of your headband here, because these can get tangled up in people's long hair. Maybe even short hair. But you just want to trim those as close as you can to the knots so you don't have any problems with hair getting caught. All right, let me take off my glasses. And now the moment of truth. Adorable. Oh my goodness. Can you say cute? It's like a heart crown, but a butterfly at the same time. It's so many things. So I love this. What do you guys think? Let me scooch y'all up a little bit here and get the full effect. Woo! It's the balloon, Queen of Balloon Hearts crown. I love this. This would look so good in different color combinations. I think pink and white hearts would be really pretty. I use purple because that's just the first thing I saw and I grabbed it. Red, pink, and white for Valentine's Day. If you're doing patriotic events, doing red, white, and blue for like the 4th of July that's coming up. This could even be turned into Christmas colors. So many options. It could be a Halloween costume. So this is a great one for all year on your menus, but especially Valentine's Day because it uses a lot of hearts. But I love this. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And I do want to show you one variation on this. So let me show you that real quick. So I've got another headband ready to go here. And it's kind of cute just with the antenna, right? And the little bubbles going across. So that's another fun option. But to make this into like more butterfly or fairy looking wings, we're going to be using a 160. So if you don't have any hearts, you can still do something fun with this design. So I'm going to fully inflate 2 160s in your choice of colors, and you just want to leave a little tail at the end so you can tie things with. And just make sure that you have long tails so that you're able to attach this to your headband. All right, we also want to let a little air out for shaping as well. So I've got about a 1-inch tail on either end here. I'm going to tie both of those together in a nice double knot and do the same exact thing for another 160 to match. So on each of my balloons, I'm going to put one hand on the knot and the other hand is going to come out and find the middle point. And then I'm going to move that hand a little bit closer to my other hand. And we're going to put both hands together. And that is going to give us one big wing and one little wing, which looks really nice when you're doing butterfly or fairy wings. So once you have about your big loop and your little loop, you're going to attach it to this first twisted area on your double bubbles, and I'm just going to take my long tails on my 160 just around from the outside to the inside of the headband, tie a nice double knot to attach these onto the headband, cut off your tails, and we're going to do the same thing to this next one. So find the middle point, move your hand a little bit closer, and then bring your hands together to make your twist for your 2 loops. Use those tails and come over to the other side at that first twisted point on your double bubbles. Bring it right over from the outside to the inside of your headband and tie your double knots to attach to the headband and get rid of your tails. Now your loops are gonna be kind of all over the place here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna work with this for the big loop first. I wanna turn it to the side so it's facing head on like that. And we're gonna take this top part of the loop and I'm gonna wedge it as much as I can between these two double bubbles right here. Just kind of wedge it up inside of there. Okay, and I'm gonna do the same thing for my bottom loop. I'm gonna turn it to the side and I'm gonna take the bottom part of this loop and wedge it in between these two double bubbles that it's touching. Okay, so now both of your loops can be facing this direction and they're not pushing each other around, causing problems. And now you can really give your wings some fun shapes to look more fairy-ish or butterfly-ish, whatever you prefer. All right, and here's the finished look on the head. I think they're super cute. You just look like you're about to fly away. I'm already seeing ideas for like flower petals going around here as well, so that's something I might play with in the springtime. This is a great spring design also, butterfly headband. So I'm excited to hear what you guys think. I'm excited to see pictures of your headbands this week in our free Facebook group. Make sure to post what you're doing this week in there. We'd love to see your creativity on display. Thank you again to everyone who came out to Capital Kid and came and visited and said hello, and it was just the best time ever. I can't wait for next time, so make sure to let Batalic and Lewis know that you want to see me again, and hopefully we can get sponsored to go to another convention soon. Thank you guys, I appreciate you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye everyone!